replicate or do it yourself, you know. So today I'm going to split us in small rooms and let
Do
me
it yourself, you know.
let me see here. Before we start, we're gonna have okay. So we're gonna have, all right. So we're gonna have Erika, Lurian, and Osvaldo in a room, and the others in the main room. Okay. So we're back in the end, and just enjoy as much as you can. All right. Let's go.
See you soon, guys.
See ya. So, Tacílio, Diogo, Daphne, Samuel, welcome aboard. Let's start with the presentations as we always do. So, Daphne, can you start, please?
Good morning, guys. Thank you for having me. My name is Daphne. I'm 29 years old. I live in Scotland. I'm married. I don't have children yet. I work at a warehouse. And I'm here because I want to unlock my English and to learn with more English.
Very good. And you, Diogo? No, sorry. Sorry, Diogo. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
No problem, no problem.
Sorry.
Hi everyone, I'm Diogo Naga, 42 years old, married, two boys, Lucas and Rafael. I'm a commercial manager at insurance market. I'm specialized in relationship and strategic sales for corporate market. And I have been studying Talk since June last year, 1 year. Thanks for that, Philip. And that's it. I'm pleasure to be here with you.
Very
Not
good.
again.
Very good. I don't know how to say espirrar in English, by the way. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna check it out. Tacílio, go ahead, present yourself, please. Oh,
Good morning, guys. My name is Otacílio. I live in Pirapora, Minas Gerais. I was born off state Paraná in Jesuita City. I am married. I am 49 years old. My profession safe technician. I work in EGF in Enables. In my pledge about to you.
Very good, Tacílio. It's a pleasure having you here as well. Welcome aboard. And Samuel, go ahead.
Hello guys again. Good morning. So my name is Samuel. I'm 36 years old. I'm married. I have two kids. I work as a software developer, and I still having the necessity to learn English to improve my communication with my team at my job. I live in Espírito Santo, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I like to ride my bike, play my drum, but I think you guys have read all about that. That's it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it for me.
You know, there's a reason why I ask to everybody, hey, introduce yourself before we start. It's not because I want to know you, because I already know, like after the second or third, but especially it's the most important question or topic that you're going to use with someone, especially in another language. You're always going to present yourself, okay? So please be ready every time and try to add something new, a word, an expression, or something new about yourself and another information, okay? As you know, I'm Philip. I'm 36. I was born and raised in São Paulo, but lately I've been living in Minas Gerais with my girlfriend. She's from here. And I decide topics that I like to talk. Okay, so this week I have been searching for my inner self, and that's why I have been bringing topics about self-awareness. So knowing ourselves better is the topic of today. And my very first question is pretty simple. How well do you think you know yourself? And just starting out, I think I don't know much about myself, but I know much better than before, especially because intentionally I have been searching and studying myself in the past 10 years with therapy, with other things. That's why I started a business that turned out to be Talk and Talk and everything else. So, Samuel, how well do you know yourself?
Well, I'm with you. I think I believe I'm not know as much as I want. If I could put in a in a score from 0 to 10, maybe 4 or 5. But I'm in the same situation. I start to watch videos like that. And by the way, I love so much this video. It's very funny and very inspiring. Make us to start to think more about who we are, right? And yeah, I think that's it. I just start to think about more, about myself and try to understand better how I would be in some kind of situation. And I believe I don't remember the name of the guy on the video, but he said something like, we need some time and will be hard to giving up, some outside stuffs. And conform you start to do that, you can look more inside of you, so you can start to learn more about you. And I'm in this exactly situation. I have to give up about some material stuffs, or I don't know, do not this kind of thinking that we have, as you said yesterday, sometimes your mind is full of problems, and I get myself in this situation sometimes, and I'm trying to give up of this thinking to start to think better of who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
It's
think
basically that.
it starts from there, it starts from there. Let me and you, Diogo, how do you know, how well do you know yourself?
Little. Yes, last week, no, 2 weeks ago, I started to do therapy because my wife always tell me, "Oh, you need to talk with a professional. We need to search for help for your traits, your feelings, you know." And yes, it's good. Today I got to looking for the past and to tell for you here today. It was very good for my life because I guess that I always know what I want, what I could be or could do, but uh, unfortunately, sometimes we don't have answers for our questions. And normally, when I don't have help for therapy, for example, normally I sometimes take the bad decisions for my life, or good simple questions, or sometimes complex points, for example. But today, I think our self-knowledge is continuous and with better increase, improve when we have experience. For example, today I'm our oldest, 10, 2, 3 years ago. It's for me, together with therapy helping me a lot because I got to see better, to listen more. Because yes, I got it to listen, but active listening is very difficult for when you have, for example, a critical. It's difficult because sometimes for me it's more difficult when the critical is about my feelings. You know, if you to sell for me, oh, Onaga, you are very ugly. Okay, but oh, Naga, you don't. For example, my son. You never to do the things with me. You are very.
Easy.
You. Yeah, yes. You are only working. You are always tired. You know? It's for me. It's difficult, but
Yeah.
I get it with help, therapy help, to be better day by day, step by step. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's hard when um, we get this feedback from others, especially our family or close ones, you know.
Exactly, exactly. For example, feedback for my working, consulte that is normal, okay. But sometimes I remember one day, many times, one boss said to me, Diogo, we need to buff better clothes. I looking for this guy. Are you crazy? Why? Because look the answer. Because your clothes, okay, are good, but don't wear ugly. But for the smart, better relationship, commercial relationships with another positions, you need to be a better coats, better shirts, better suits.
Yeah.
The problem is more about my suits because my suits simple. I pay in this time. Very high price, like to 300 reais, you
Yeah.
know. But you have suits
Much
1,000, you
more,
know,
much more expensive.
much more expensive. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, there we're gonna talk deeper about it. Tacílio, and what about yourself? How well do you think you know yourself?
I know myself better now than before, but there is always more to discover.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I believe so. Like every day is a chance to know ourselves better than before. Very good. Very good. And you, Daphne, how do you how well do you think you know yourself?
To be honest, I don't know who I am. I'm looking for self-acknowledge, and I've learned that I am intense person. I feel a lot of fear, but at the same time, I'm brave. I have some limiting beliefs that I need to overcome. And I think the therapy, meditation, asking for feedback from trust person can help us get to know ourselves more. Is yeah, it's a strong recommendation because these things help me to know more.
And when did you realize you don't know yourself?
Because my actions, it was the reflection others. It's not about myself. I imitating others person, and I'm trying to be more original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good. And why is it important for you?
Because I want to be true person, to live in my truth, my beliefs, not beliefs another person, and to reflection who I am, not what others are.
And do you think like when you moved to another country, did it help to search for yourself, to understand these things happening, or no?
Yeah, my work here is easier than in Brazil works, and I have more time to meditating who I am or how I am reaction in determined situations. What is my beliefs, why I'm doing it, and asking myself help me to understand that I need to understand who I am.
Very good, very good. Yeah, and I remember myself like back in 2000. Like nowadays, sometimes I think, why can't I be a normal person that don't think too much about myself, that just go to work and just spend money on ordinary things? Because sometimes I get crazy thinking about purpose, about myself, what I want, who I am, and it's exhausting sometimes. But I feel it's really important. Yesterday night I was replacing a host at 10 p.m. and we were talking about happiness. It broke me down somehow because I'm, as Diogo mentioned before, I'm too focused on work that for example, I'm not doing things that make me happy, such as sports, such as trips, and like ordinary things that everybody does. And my next question is related about that. What are the top three personal values you have, or three personalities, behaviors, beliefs you have that you find the most important? And I'm starting out with you, Daphne. What are the top three personal values you have that you can share with us?
The values.
Yeah, values or beliefs or traits, behavior. Talking about yourself, three things about yourself that it's really important for you.
I believe is important to be yourself, and don't be who your mother or your father wanted, because this is my case, or not to be who your religion or dogmas said you, but to find your purpose, what make you happy. I think is important to achieve um, deep beliefs, to find the path in the world.
In thinking about yourself, what are the things you believe are the most important about yourself? Like, oh, I am this person, and this is very important to me to be like this.
I try to be like a Jesus, to help another people, to be honest, to make my best for others, and yeah, to deliver my best. And I believe when you do your best, the God pay back you,
Yeah, give back, I think.
give back you.
Yeah. And why it's important for you to live like in Jesus' words and like helping others? Why is it important?
Because I think he's the best example for us because he was perfect. And when I apply his advice, I feel so happy and fulfilled. And I see the results to be like him.
Very good. Very nice. Very nice. And hard questions. It's not easy to answer.
Very hard.
Especially when you are the
I'm
like
shaking
10
here.
questions and you're the first, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Otacílio, what about yourself? What are the top 3 personal values for you?
Uh, my top 3 personal values are honesty, kindness, and respect.
Very
Thanks.
good. And another question, let's try another question. From these 3, which is the most important? From honesty and the other 2 I forgot. Which is the best for you?
Repeat again, please.
From your answer, from the answer you gave me, from your answer. Can you repeat your answer, please?
One moment, please. My top 3 personal values are honest, kindness, and respect.
So honest, kindness, and respect. Which is the best, the top 1?
Okay,
So which of these 3?
3.
Honest, kindness, and
Values,
yeah,
valores.
from these 3, choose one, just one. Which is the best? Top
The
one.
best, honest.
Honest. Very good. Very good. Very nice. And this is interesting. When we are speaking English, we're going to speak with people that know less than us, that know more than us. And when we control our speaking, it's really important to try different ways to make the other person understand. So once you are a host in here, you need to understand that you might face someone that is starting. So you need to adapt yourself, your communication, and try to find ways to make yourself understandable in English, you know? So I have heard from another student here that is a host, and he said to me, oh, it was really hard, and I had to speak in Portuguese because the person that attended didn't speak English too much. And I replied back, oh, that's a good opportunity because then you're gonna suffer to make yourself understand about what you want to talk. And that's what's gonna happen in real life, in a meeting, in a business, with a business partner or anything like that, you know? Happens in Portuguese. We speak and people do not understand us. So how we change, okay? Samuel and Diogo, I'm gonna ask question number 3, so we can discuss a little bit about that. Have you discovered anything about yourself in the past few years that you can share and testimony? Oh, I found myself this, I discovered, I figured out something about myself. So what's something you've recently discovered about yourself, Samuel?
Well, I think I discover about myself that I'm too persistent. Well, and mainly in the hard situations. When I'm in the middle of something that is too hard to solve, sometimes my mind wants to give up. I think this is a normal thing for anyone. But as much harder the things going, much I want to solve that problem. I think I mentioned that, but I am a programmer. So I face the problems every day, but I love the hard one. I love to face the hard one because for me it's like a challenge. So I start to think, hey, I can't do that. I can overcome that, and I will solve that in any way. Not to prove for anyone, but for me. For me, it's a challenge for myself, so I think I can learn. And this is an interesting thing that I also discovered, because when I do that, I start to learn how myself go overcome that problem. So this is a bonus for me. So the situation is hard. I under too much pressure at the work. So how someone will handle that? Which type of choice I pick to solve this situation? So I think that's it. I think the answer is persistence. I have figured out the passages about this.
Very good, very good. I would say the same about myself. Persistence
Persistence.
is something like it explain everything, from my side. So if I could explain myself in one word, it's persistence.
Yeah, and I had to say, yeah, you nailed that, because I start to looking back from the posts from Talk and Talk, and I like to do that. I like to, when something win in the life, I do not like to say, hey, you are a look man, because I know that is not true. You probably go through some hard situation.
Yeah, I struggle as everybody.
Yeah. So, yeah. Congratulations, by the way. The Talk and Talk today is a huge place to be, and yeah, I have to say this is the only place that I identify myself to be. To learn. I have passed through a lot of schools, apps, AIs, but none of that have worked as be here right now.
And for me, it's really important to listen that, because what we listen the most, it's not the impact that we have on other people. It usually is what's going wrong, and
Yeah.
like as Daphne said, I enjoy helping people and serving, and this is also something I enjoy doing, serving people. That's why I have a business that serves, you know. But another thing that I like serving is while I cook. When I'm with my family, I like to make the barbecue and prepare everything from the beginning, and cooking, thinking about the recipe, and I love that. I really enjoy serving others. So it's really cool to hear that, Samuel. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
And Diogo, what about yourself? What are the things, or what's the thing you have recently found out about yourself?
Oh, I was listening Samuel tell, and you think about my life, and yesterday, while we having in the immersion here, I personally took my first immersion here in Talk Talk for save to
To compare.
watch later. Yes, because I remember on one part, okay, more like I will watch, but I have absolute sure now that I have great willpower. When you talk about three values, I have three values very very clean in my life, in my mind. That's clear, respect, and honest. But when talk about maybe what I do for growth in my life or growth in my career, I always remember about willpower. Why? Because I had a good childhood. I have a good teenager, but I have very different in my life because my father was fired in the past in our job. My mother don't work because we are in three boys. Imagine my mother. It's it's crazy. Think about take care three boys, same years. And in the past, I try one day request my file and to open my our business. Don't be right, but for me, it's really good because I got very experience about a lot of things like to people's specialty because very difficult to have the employers and sometimes to be
Yeah.
employee, you know. And when Samuel talking about English to be here in Talk, uh, is that about it? Because yesterday I watched my first immersion here. It's incredible how the process can be good for our life. Repetition, resilience,
Persistence.
discipline. Yes, because I remember my first immersion. It's about childhood abuse. I
Hard
hate.
topic.
Yes, I hate this topic. But okay, I'm preparing my first immersion to discuss. You know, but looking for me, talking my first immersion for when you have compare with today, for example, yes, I have a good growth, you know.
It's
Don't,
different.
don't, yes, today I wish I need to be better yet. But when you compare 1 year, you know, in this period here, exactly, I studied in the past, private teacher, normal schools, you know, but the process is much better because we have the consistent. I imagine it for more 1 2 months, for example, I will be better because with the sessions 8 6 o'clock for me it's possible to do all days here. Different to when I have because my work, traffic, don't know any kinds of problems. But I imagine more 2 months, I will be much better since we start here. It's so and then that's it. I think about resilience, discipline. You know, it's willpower for me. I have sure now that yes, I can.
Yeah, and I think when you believe you can and you have consistency, discipline, and you work hard in a long term, it pays off. You
Exactly.
get back, you know? It's like the result you have in life, it's um it's directly compared to the amount of energy you put on something. And it doesn't mean that you work long hours, you're gonna get back from it, but how you put that energy, how you deliver yourself. So I have been working really hard like yesterday, I did an immersion at 10, finishing at 11, and here I am at 6. And yesterday I thought, oh, it's gonna be hard to wake up. And it wasn't because I already prepared myself to be here every single day. I don't need to think too much. I don't need to book to be here. And this is something different when you are a regular member, a student here that you need to book. The booking process is it was thought to be like this. It's part of the process. Booking each session is part of the fluency process. I know it's boring. Oh, I need to book every single day, these sessions. But if you don't, you do not commit yourself to the process. So every time you book, it makes easier to commit yourself. Okay. And
Yes, sure.
yeah, so it's like it's the process. And again, being a host helps with the habit, helps with routine, helps with intentionally learning. Okay, it's not just talk. Talk and talk is important. Talk, talk, and talk and talk. But when you have a goal, for example, this week I want to discuss about this kind of topic, self-awareness situations. So who we are, what makes us happy, and things like that. The next week, I'm still thinking what to bring, you know? But I like to, especially why we have every day, every single day meetings at 6. I think it's important to have like a weekly topic so we can, of course, we can change throughout the week and bring other topics, but I think having a goal. So this month we're gonna have meetings at 6, but July we're gonna have classes at 6 a.m., So it's important to have goals, milestones to achieve. Okay. Daphne, going back to you first, what are your biggest strengths? And this word is crazy. Strengths. It's really hard to say that. Strengths. What are your biggest strengths and weaknesses? This is a interview question,
Yeah, it's the harder questions. My three standards qualities.
Now, yeah, your no, not just three, but the biggest.
My biggest quality, I would say I am an unusual person. Anybody expect it, what I do the next hours. And my weakness, call it, sometimes I'm not patient. I'm impatient in some situations.
And why do you think like not being usual is your biggest strength?
Because I have the destaque.
The you to be a highlight or something.
Yeah,
To stand
sometimes
out. You
yeah,
stand out.
yes, I am stand out in determinate situations. Yeah,
And
to stand out.
very good. Very good. Thank you, Otacílio. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye. Very good. And I think we need more people like this, Daphne. People that stand out on their uniquenesses. You need to be unique. You need to be yourself,
Mhm.
truly yourself, no matter what people say. Oh, Daphne's this, Daphne's that. Like, I know people are gonna judge, they're gonna say,
Yeah, I don't like to follow the standards.
yeah,
This became me unique and different of most of people. I like to be like that.
very good, very good. And you, Diogo, what are your biggest strengths and weaknesses?
Oh, think about professional career. I'm very good with the relationships, commercial relationships, to maybe hunter or farm. But I always get into to to gain the trustful about my clients, my partners, them my specialty strongest is relationship, And my weakness, I confess, when we need to talk in public in English, I have a little difficulty, but day by day, I was better. I am better.
Very good. Yeah.
Think about my personal life. I have a very difficult to lie, do you know? So for example, for my life, when I don't like one clothes, one shoes, for example, normal.
Your
I
face,
so
your face shows
yes, my
the truth.
face show my unlike, and it's sometimes it's not good. I confess, and it should be better. Same for my old son, especially to Lucas. He's suffering with me a lot sometimes. And about my personal, we talk about strongness. I guess that the peoples can be confidence about myself, about my person, about my actions.
Very good, very good. And I think this kind of questions should get along with you, Diogo, Daphne, and Samuel throughout the day. So think about the topic throughout the day. So we are talking about who we are. So who are we? Why am I doing this at 6 a.m. or with English? Why am I suffering to unlock English? Why am I fighting to achieve something? We find the answer somehow in our head. Okay. And I think it's gonna be the last answer. So Samuel, what about yourself? Your biggest strengths and weaknesses?
Okay, I will start with the weakness. I think, as my wife always said, I not express my emotions as well. I used to keep that inside, and this is something that I'm working on to try to figure out how to be more honest with that. Because emotions sometimes when you try to show that for yourself, without be natural, I think this may kind of sound of like a fake feeling, so
Yeah.
it's like you are trying to mock that feeling. It's not real. So I consider that a weakness, and a strengthness, if I can say, maybe is to don't give up easily the things. When I like something, I usually go through that until I achieve my goal. And just mention what you guys are saying, and definitely as well. I think if you not read that yet, definitely you will like. Is a book called Uncover Your Potential. I'm reading that in Portuguese, but I see this is very, very, how to say, how is the word to, oh man, the word just go away from my mind. It's not expensive, only 11 reals in the Kindle. And this book is amazing. It talks about the God, and said that we came from a source, and our source is God. So our potential is infinite. And
Yeah.
this book is very good to read. I recommend that.
And I believe we need to find who we are to live fully our potential.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I know we can develop abilities, skills, but we already know that there are some things you do better than other people, or you do better than for yourself. For example, I cannot draw. I'm really bad drawing. I'm really bad. I'm a really bad planner. I don't know how to plan things, and I hate planning. I like doing. running things. And then after I run the first time, then I have a plan made with mistakes. And then I go from it. Doesn't mean that I don't have a plan. I have in my mind, and then I start doing it. But I think we need to understand our strengths, our weaknesses, in order to discover, figure out who we are, our potential. So as Daphne said, oh, I like to stand out. Why is that? What makes you feel good about being different? I feel the same, Daphne. I usually when I see people like everybody loves soccer, I hate soccer. I like to climb, you know. I like doing different things. I like climbing. I like playing tennis. You know, when everybody was looking for a job at Itaú, I went there to live the experience. I hate it, you know. And then I spent like almost 4 years, and then okay, I need to do something different. So let me quit, start teaching like math, physics, Portuguese, English, whatever. Let's see how it's going to happen. And then 10 years later, here we are. So I don't think I'm in my full potential, but I know I'm going to that direction, you know. Let me close the rooms here and get people back. So this is the kind of topic, English, it's not so important. You know, I think the information, it's better. And of course, bring something to develop in here. So a word. I always remember the word I'm trying to learn, baffled, to baffle thing or whatever, but I'm not using it because I don't find the situation itself. But I know the word already, and when it
What
comes,
does
I'm gonna
what
use
does word mean? What does that word mean, Felipe?
baffle, to baffle. I'm always talking about this. Oh, I want to learn this word. I have no idea why, but I saw in a TED video, like in a immersion here, and then I got addicted to this. So I wanted to add baffle to my vocabulary. So, Osvaldo, Erica, Lurian, was it good conversation?
It was amazing. It was amazing. We didn't have one lead in there, you know. All of us was exchange ideas. For the first time, I realized this way is a good one to
Have a
have a good
conversation.
conversation. Yeah, a fluid conversation. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's the definition of a conversation. You know,
Yeah.
I try. It depends on, you know, like we are a group of people that we are here every single day mostly, so we are getting more mature about this. So the idea is really after some time we get like I ask a question and then the conversation just goes. The idea is we really don't need a host. We don't need a host. We need just people willing to talk. So I think the idea is always to, like, of course, the host is to start and to welcome people, but after a while, like, just let it go. Okay. Erika, how was it? We were here yesterday night at until 10, right? And here
Yes,
we are.
I'm brave. I can say about the topic, the look at inward is a challenge because you never know what you could discover about yourself. I can say I do therapy, and therapy is so useful to help everyone, né, in this process. So I really think everyone should do therapy. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I'd like to say thank you to Oswaldo and Lurian. It was an amazing conversation in this deeply topic.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Very good. Lurian, do you wanna add something just before we finish?
Yeah, it was really nice conversation, funny too, and we could share our opinions, and it's really nice. Thank you, guys, and thank you, everyone.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to talk about the art of living in the present. Okay, so check it out the video and the material for this session. Check the questions, just read the questions, it's going to help. Like if you read the question throughout the day, it's going to help you tomorrow. You don't need to answer all the questions. You don't even need to answer questions before, but just reading, it's gonna help your brain to process. Okay. So tomorrow, same time, same place, I'm gonna be here waiting for you. And that's the reason why I wake up early in the morning, because otherwise I would be sleeping. Okay. So thank you so much for being around me this morning. So Diogo, Daphne, Samuel, Osvaldo, Erica, Lurian, and also Tacílio was here. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.